The new moon in Taurus happening May 19th is the first new moon after eclipse season. This new moon closes out eclipse season. It's happening in the earth sign of practical Taurus, which is all about our bodies, our health, our finances. During this new moon, we're focused on visioning the most comfortable, pleasurable, practical, sustainable, and delicious life possible as we are here as spiritual beings having a human experience in these earthly bodies. And that's the best life possible based on our post-2020 values, my friend. So I can't wait to tell you more about this new moon in Taurus. It is happening at 8:53 a.m. Pacific time, 11:53 a.m. Eastern time, and 3:53 p.m. Universal time. So adjust the time for wherever you'll be on the planet during the new moon. And in this video, as always, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, giving you a message from Spirit, as well as pulling an oracle card for you. And of course, letting you know based on your rising sign in which house, which area of your life, this new moon is happening for you. So be sure and listen to your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, because your sun and moon signs will give you more intuitive messages about what this new moon has for you. I also really encourage you to listen to the introduction to this video where I get into the aspects, especially for those of you who want to learn astrology or want to become more advanced in astrology. I'll be talking about the themes of Taurus, and I'll be talking about the aspects and how they affect us, and most importantly, how we can finesse these energies, how we can use it to our best advantage and really work with this new moon energy to create that most delicious life that we also want. So before I get into it, I want to say hello and welcome back to my channel. To those of you who've been watching my videos, welcome to my channel. If you are new to me, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And hello and welcome to all my Sunday chat friends. I love communing with you Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're listening to this, watching this at a different time, you're warmly invited to join us Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. This is a like-minded community, and it's my intention that we all find support and nourishment and soul inspiration as part of what I offer through my channel. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach, and it is my joy, my dedication, my passion to help you, my friend, create the best life, the life that your heart is calling for, whatever your heart is most calling for right now. It is my joy to help you with that. I offer astrology consultations as well as coaching. So at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you more about my astrology consultations, the choices that you have, guide you to where you can get more information, where you can sign up for a consultation, and a little bit more about my coaching. And I have a free gift for you. So stay tuned till the end of the video so you can find out about that free gift and how you can get it. I'll also be sharing with you who is going to be most affected by this new moon in Taurus, who's going to feel this new moon most personally, most intensely. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that as well. Okay, my friends, so let's get into this new moon in Taurus. And you can tell by the smile on my face that I'm really excited about this new moon. It feels nourishing to me. It feels luscious to me. It feels like such a reprieve from the heavy energies that we've had thus far during eclipse season. And we always want to look at a new moon, any lunation really, in the context of what we've just been through, right? Because our new moons, our full moons, our eclipses, they are not isolated events. They're part of an ongoing story. So we started the story with the Aries new moon, and then we had a second Aries new moon eclipse, a solar eclipse, and that was at 29 degrees. So that was closing something out of our lives, ending something, and seeding a heart's desire, something that we really just knew we really wanted in our lives. And then we went to the lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse has been helping us shed a layer, shed a skin, release anything that's toxic, any pattern, any relationship, any jobs, any situation that has felt toxic to us, where you may have gotten an aha moment during that Scorpio lunar eclipse that made you realize, this is bad for me. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm letting go of this. This is completely over, expired, done for me. And that may be happening for you right now in the process. I want to say that, just a reminder that eclipse season doesn't come to full fruition often until 6 months after the eclipses. So not until October, when we have 2 more eclipses, one in Taurus and one in Scorpio, not until we have that second eclipse season of 2023 do we often feel the full fruition. And that fruition can even extend into a 2-year period. It can be a story that continues, a storyline that continues for 2 full years. So many of us, depending on when you are watching this video, we're in that eclipse energy still. And that's really important for me to share with you, because if you feel like, well, what happened during that eclipse? Nothing really happened for me. Well, first of all, maybe you're one of those who wasn't as personally affected, but globally, collectively, we're all affected by eclipses. So to be determined, to be determined how that is fully going to play out for us as we go along. However, during this new moon in Taurus, we definitely have a palpable energy shift. You may not be feeling it yet. If we're very close to the Scorpio lunar eclipse watching this, you may not be feeling it yet, but we are stepping in to a new energy, no question. So before I get into that, let me tell you the degree point. This new moon is happening at 28 degrees of Taurus. So you want to look at your natal astrology chart and see where you have 28 degrees of Taurus in your chart. We all have 28 degrees of Taurus somewhere in our natal chart. Those of you who have planets or points between 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, 24 and 29 degrees of Taurus, or the other fixed signs of Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio, you will feel this new moon in Taurus more intensely, more personally. Also, those of you who have planets or points between 0 to 2 degrees of the mutable sign, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, you will also feel this new moon in Taurus more personally, more intensely. Now, something really notable about this new moon is that 28, the degree point 28, where this new moon is happening in Taurus, reduces to a 1 in numerology. Not only do we have a 1 vibration from this degree point, but we also have a 1 vibration from the 19th, the day that this is happening. If you reduce 1 plus 9, that's a 1 as well. So new moons are always a time of new beginnings. They're always where the sun and the moon come together, they huddle, they kiss, they talk about what they want next in their lives. It's a real visioning time. That's always the case. But since we have this new moon at a 1 vibration, according to the degree point and the date that it's happening, it feels to me even more of a fresh energy, like a fresh breeze blowing in, like brand new soil, and we've got the new seeds in our hand, and it's like the favorite kind of seed food that you want to plant. Maybe it's arugula, maybe it's lettuce, maybe it's carrots or beets, or you name it, you name what you would plant, flowers perhaps, but we're sprinkling those seeds. We have those seeds in our hands, and the soil is like fertile and fresh and deep, and we're ready to dig in. We're ready to dig in and really get clear on what our soul wants most in the realm of this physical reality. Taurus energy is very practical. It is the physical body. It is our health. It's also the food that we eat, and for some of us, the food we choose to grow. It's anything that we choose to put into our body. So our nutrition, it's also our exercise habits, and anything to do with holistic healing. To me, Taurus is massage. It's Reiki. In fact, I'm going to get a massage. Can you believe it? Since I moved to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, I have not gotten a massage yet, and I've been here for 4 months. So I definitely am planning to get a massage around this new moon time. Taurus is very sensual energy. It rules the 5 senses. So it is our enjoyment of life while we're here in physical bodies. Probably why a lot of us chose in the first place to come to this earthly playground. Now, I know we came here to grow our souls. We wanted our soul to evolve, but also I feel like we were given a little incentive that was like, okay, before you leap off this cliff down into the earth, into that body, just know that you're going to get to do a lot of the luscious things about life. You're going to get to make love. You're going to get to kiss people. You're going to get to hug people. You're going to get to eat really yummy food and drink the drinks that you love. That green juice, maybe for some of you. You're going to get to play in nature. You're going to be in water. You're going to get to light fires and hear the crackle of the fire and sing. You'll have a beautiful voice and you get to sing like the birds sing. You get the picture. Now, what's really underneath all of this Taurian earth sign physical body stuff, what's really underneath it is the desire for physical security. It's our material world. It's the area in which we came to build self-reliance. It is all about, I can take care of myself. I can build a strong, solid foundation for my life. I can know that my earthly needs will be met. So it's also our possessions. It's our prized possessions. It's anything that you would say, let me show you what I just bought. Should I get my hair done a different color? I'm thinking about buying a new car. What do you think of the latest technology? It's all of that stuff. And of course, that's based on our values. And I want to acknowledge that we all have different values. Some of you may be like, I don't care about any of that. I don't wear makeup. I buy my clothes at a thrift shop. I could care less about technology. We all have different values. For other people, it may be you want to live in nature someplace, or you want to be close to the ocean, or you want as much free time as you possibly can to spend with your children. It's about our values. Taurian energy is second house energy in the zodiac. It's second house. So it's not just money and finances, although it is that, and that's important because we do need, most of us, we need physical money to be able to trade for the things that we want, whether it's services or stuff, right? Most of us need physical money, but it's not just that. It's also self-love. It's self-esteem. It's what we value most and what creates fulfillment for us on a material, physical, 3D, earthly level. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. And when I think of Venus, I think of Aphrodite, the goddess Aphrodite. And Aphrodite would have wanted to feel beautiful. She would have wanted to experience the joys of romantic love. She would have wanted to take into her body everything that was most luscious to her. I also think about the Empress in the tarot. The Empress in the tarot is sitting in a lush garden. She's in her power. She's wearing what she wants to wear. There's a royalty about her. There's a strength about her. There's a strength because she knows that she is taken care of. She's protected. She can make her own money. She's got animals all around her. She's got spirit guides. She knows she is one with the natural universe and she is supported. So during this new moon in Taurus, I feel that we are all reflecting on these kinds of themes. We're all reflecting and, you know, our lives did get turned upside down in 2020, most of us. The vast majority of us, so much change since 2020, including our financial lives. So we are in a new era now, my friend, and now it's time for us to claim what we know we are worthy of, what we know we deserve on a conscious level. It's time to claim that life for ourselves. We have 7 planets, points, luminaries, 7 planets, points, and luminaries in the sign of Taurus during this new moon. 7. Can you believe that? This means that our focus, it's almost like laser focus, that many energies in one sign saying, look here. So whatever area of your chart this new moon in Taurus is happening is where your focus is going to be. And of course, during the 12 sign readings, I'll tell you all about what that means for you in terms of the actual part of your life that's being affected, where you're co-creating with the divine, with source. But I want to give you a quick rundown of those 7 planets and points and how they're supporting us during this new moon in Taurus. First of all, we have the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon are both in Taurus. They're huddled together. This is your life force energy. This is how you want to shine your light. And this is your emotional self. This is the divine feminine. And they're coming together to co-create. They're partnering to get a real sense of what does my best life look like. Second, we have the North Node in Taurus. Now, this is significant. It's significant because the North Node in Taurus symbolizes our true north. It's the direction that we're headed. It is our destiny. The North Node has been in Taurus and the South Node has been in Scorpio for almost 18 months now. And the nodes are about to change signs into Aries and Libra. They're about to change signs. But before they change signs, we have this one last new moon in Taurus We're really looking at a vision for our lives that connects to our destiny, that's destiny driven, that is soul inspired. And with the North Node in Taurus, we're looking at what do I need to create a solid, sustainable foundation? My money, my finances, the home that I live in, the environment that I live in, the country that I live in. How am I nurturing my body? Am I getting the right food? Do I want to grow my own food? Do I want to buy food from a farmer's market? Do I want to change my investments? Do I want to investigate a new healing modality for my body? It's all of that and more. And I haven't even mentioned beautifying. Taurus is all about beautifying your home, beautifying your body, beautifying anything that Taurus can beautify, it will. We also have Jupiter in Taurus now, and you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm super excited about this. I have a separate video for you on Jupiter in Taurus, so if you haven't checked that out, I will link to it below. But Jupiter in Taurus is expanding the abundance that Taurian energy can bring us. It's asking us, it's inviting us to expand our own container of abundance for what we feel we deserve, what we feel that we are worthy of. So this is wealth, inner and outer wealth, my friend. It's also about dreaming bigger in these Taurian realms. Not only this, but we have Mercury in Taurus. We have a whole party going on in Taurus. And not only is this a party, I feel like it's a retreat. I feel like it's a spiritual retreat where we're all coming together to do some brainstorming, some heart storming on what we really want. What is the vision we want? There's a vision board kind of party going on during this retreat. There are all kinds of workshops, and we're getting together with like-minded community and tribe, and we're deciding, what do we want next? What do we want our lives to look like? So Mercury here, it's notable that Mercury during this new moon in Taurus has gone direct. It has gone direct. Just a few days before this new moon in Taurus, Mercury went direct. So now we're in that juicy time where we can feel super comfortable signing contracts, making plans to move, making big purchases, all those things that you may have put off during the Mercury retrograde. Not only this, but Uranus, of course, is still in Taurus. Uranus will be in Taurus until 2026. Uranus is here saying, okay, yes, let's create a solid, sustainable foundation for you, but it has to be done differently than it's been done before. We have to think out of the box. We cannot focus on what other people are giving us. We have to focus on what we can give to ourselves. So I'm going to give you a quick example of this because this came up recently with a client, and I see it in the comments to my videos sometimes, where people really, really want a new life. They want a new job. They want a new relationship. They want a new situation. Oftentimes it is job related, but they feel stuck because they feel like their boss or their company is not changing, innovating. It's not giving them the freedom that they really want. In Uranus and Taurus energy, we want freedom, we want liberation, we want to be able to do it our way. But Uranus and Taurus and this new moon in Taurus is saying, don't look to what those around you, especially the authority figures in your life, are telling you can have or telling you what they'll give you. Don't look to that. You decide what you want and then you go after that. And that may mean for some of you that you make a temporary sacrifice where you do take a pay cut or where you do draw on funds from your savings or some other way that you choose. And of course, this is your choice. I'm not giving you any advice whatsoever here, but you choose to approach your situation from a different standpoint, a more creative one. Uranus always has a workaround for us, always has a workaround. You choose a different approach so that you can begin to create the life that you really want. And finally, the last of the 7 luminaries, planets, and points that we have in Taurus during this new moon is Vesta. And Vesta represents the goddess of home and hearth. And I find this significant because a lot of us, I think, are going to be looking at our home situations. And not only is Vesta all about like creating a beautiful, nourishing, protected feeling home, not only this, but she's also about devotion and devotion to herself, devotion to her loved ones, but first and foremost, devotion to her own spiritual knowing. And so in a way, this new moon feels very spiritual to me. And not only because Vesta is here, but also because of the aspects. So 2 notable aspects that I want to share with you. There are several, but the 2 most important is that number 1, we have Mars in Cancer, and Cancer is all about emotional security and our emotional well-being. Cancer's a water sign. Cancer's about, am I getting my emotional needs met? Mars is in Cancer making a sextile, which is a new opportunity coming to us or a new solution for a former problem. Mars is in Cancer sextiling this new moon, saying there's a solution here for you. There's a way to have what you want that is going to fulfill you more emotionally. And Venus is also in Cancer. Venus is also in Cancer. So we have Mars and Venus both in Cancer, and both of those contain our feminine and our masculine energy and our romantic energy as well. So I love that both of those planets are in Cancer, where we're really looking at our emotional needs and how we can and what action we can take to fulfill them. And then secondly, my friend, we have a visionary aspect. We have Neptune and Pisces making a sextile to this new moon. And Neptune is saying, what's your vision? What's your vision? And if you don't know what it is, connect to the divine, connect to unconditional love. Tap into your spiritual guidance. Neptune is going to help us to connect to a real soul-inspired vision, I feel. And I have to add this one too, because it involves Pluto, and we all know Pluto is a power player, and this is a positive energy flow aspect from Pluto. Pluto's making an out-of-sign trine to this new moon, which is passion, it's personal power. It's us saying, ooh, I'm really ignited by this thing, person, situation, place, and I'm gonna go for this. The one thing I wanna tell you is that you could have a fated encounter during this new moon in Taurus, because Pluto making a trine to the moon can definitely bring in a fated situation that is very magnetic to you, that is really hard for you to say no to. So just be aware that this could be, for some of us, a temporary kind of igniting, that is there to show us a truth about ourselves and for us to really see ourselves in the best possible light. Okay, so I'm going to do this 12 sign readings in one moment. I just want to give you 3 quick tips first on how you can best work with this energy. Number 1, reflect on what you most value. The sky is the limit. Jupiter's in Taurus. We have 7 planets, points, luminaries in Taurus right now. The focus is here. What do you most want, my friend? If money, time, and resources were not at issue, what would you say yes to? These are our marching orders right now to really reflect on this and to be serious about it. And I don't mean serious in a non-playful way. Remember, we're on a retreat. We're on a spiritual retreat. So it's not about being super somber or anything. It's just about us really valuing the choices that we're really seeding during this new moon. Second of all, take one small step in the direction of your vision. One small step. And for some of you, that may be going to get a massage. For others of you, it may be going to the beach or taking a hike in the forest. Bringing your journal with you and journaling about how it feels to be there. And third of all, get support if you feel resistance. If you feel resistance, that is just your ego afraid of change. Our egos are always afraid of change. That's one thing that's not going to change. Our egos will always be afraid of change. But if you get support from someone else who can be your believing mirror, as I am to my clients, one of the things I love most about being an astrologer is doing astrology readings with my clients and seeing people light up with the truth of who they really are, that the validation that I see in your natal astrology chart, reflecting that back to you, it really helps people feel in their power. Not to mention when you find out that a transit that's going on for you completely resonates and validates what's happening in your life. And then you find out when it will be over and that it's not lasting forever. And that's also a huge relief. Plus how to really feel empowered as you're going through something difficult. And finally, my friend, we have done a lot of letting go of our past. I know we have, but this new moon is saying, it's time to start fresh. This is a brand new beginning. Release your past. I love the Joseph Campbell quote, and I'm paraphrasing, and that is, we have to be willing to let go of the life we planned in order to have the life that is waiting for us. There is a new life waiting for you if you can let go of the life you planned. Easier said than done, I know. But we're all on this journey together. We're all in this process together. Okay, my friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. I know that intro was a little bit longer than usual, but I am so excited for this new moon in Taurus, and I think we're all really gonna love this energy. I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, giving you a message from Spirit, as well as pulling an oracle card for you. And of course, letting you know based on your rising sign in which house, which area of your life this new moon is happening for you. So be sure and listen to your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, because your sun and moon signs will give you more intuitive messages about what this new moon has for you. So let's start with Taurus. Beautiful Taurus, this is your new moon happening in your first house of your identity, your appearance, how you see yourself, your self-image, and how you want others to see you. It's also the roles that you play. It's also anything you do to adorn your own self or beautify anything in your life. And because it's across the wheel, the zodiac wheel, from your 7th house of partnerships, a new partnership can come in for you, a new job could come in for you. When you have a new moon in your first house, really any area of your life is up for seeding something new, Taurus. So Taurus, you could decide to change your appearance. You could decide to take on a new role in your life, personally or professionally. Some of you might have a birth of a child or a grandchild. Some of you may become the CEO of your own company. Some of you may get a promotion. Some of you may let go of a job and start a new career. And some of you may strengthen your commitment to yourself in some way, shape, or form, or to another in a relationship. Your message from Spirit, Taurus, is that it's time to up-level your sense of worthiness and deserving. What is it that your heart most desires? It's time to really see, feel, sense that you can have what your heart most desires. And as I'm saying this to you, I get an image of a tree, a really solid oak tree, and the roots going deep, deep down into the center of the earth. And I feel that when you really imagine, sense, and feel yourself putting your roots deep, 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 deep down, you feel that sense of security. There's something about you feeling a sense of worthiness that maybe you haven't been feeling, knowing that you belong here. You belong here, Taurus. And this could be very subconscious for a lot of you. But a lot of us as highly sensitive people, empathic people, have a sense that we're from another planet, or we don't belong here. Earth. So for some of us, this is our first life on Earth. And we can feel very unrooted because of it. So doing that rooting is going to make you feel more deserving and worthy of a beautiful life. So Taurus, now I'm shuffling the cards and I am going to pull a card for you, beautiful Taurus. Taurus. And your card is illumination. You're going to receive an illumination during this new moon. You're going to get an aha moment or an epiphany. There's a lot of spiritual energy in this card. It's definitely a time of reflection. You can see the reflection on the water. There's something new that's going to come in for you that is going to change the way you see yourself or your life. This is a new moon where you are looking at yourself from a different vantage point. You are shifting your identity. You are seeing yourself with new eyes. You may go from seeing yourself in a specific role to seeing yourself as the I am a spirit of pure love, or I'm a spiritual being having an earthly experience, or I am whatever it is for you. Something may shift in your identity. I think it will for a lot of you. And the illumination to allow you to make that shift is coming to you as well, beautiful Taurus. Okay, and happy birthday to those of you who have late Taurian birthdays. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful birthday. Okay, Aries. Hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you are having this new moon in Taurus in your 2nd house. What's cool about this is that the 2nd house is traditionally ruled by Taurus. So this is already there are a lot of Taurian themes here for you. The 2nd house is income. It's your values. It's your post-2020 values. It is your self-esteem. It's your self-love. It's your most prized possessions. It's everything that you own. So this is where we source our sense of material security. Like, my needs are met. I can pay my bills. I can have the luscious life that I want. So Aries, you guys may get a new job. You may get a promotion. You may decide to add a stream of income. You may decide to start your own business. You may feel a new sense of self-esteem. You may feel more beautiful than ever. You may feel like your self-love has really increased. you may really notice that you are being more guided by your soul. So more about soul esteem now than self-esteem now. So your message from spirit is that it's time to clear clutter. And when I think of clutter, I think of physical clutter, stuff in your home and your office. I think of mental clutter, emotional clutter, and spiritual clutter even. Spiritual clutter would be like your spiritual beliefs have shifted. Mental clutter, it's the thoughts in our head. You get the idea. So some of you will be doing, I really got a strong sense of physical clutter though, I have to say, but it's gonna be different for all of you. But it's time to do some clearing. Maybe you're already doing that. Leave me a comment. Let me know if that resonates for you. And now I'm gonna pull a card for you. Beautiful Aries. Shuffling the cards. I'm pulling a card. Aries. And your card is purification. Well, that really goes with clutter clearing for sure. So some of you are going to be purifying your thoughts. Some of you are going to be purifying what you are putting into your bodies, your food or drink. Some of you may decide you are going to change. You're not going to have alcohol for a while or at all. And some of you may say, I'm only going to go organic from now on. There is definitely a garden here and flowers. Some of you may decide to start growing your own food or get, a package of vegetables and fruits every week from your local farmer's market. It's going to be different for all of you, Aries, but in the second house, I feel like this purification for you is going to lighten your load. It's going to make you feel more energetic, and it's going to make you feel more capable and more inspired and more motivated. It's like getting your mojo back. It's going to increase your mojo so then you can go after what it is your heart most desires. Then you can go for whatever those new post-2020 values are. You can feel like you have the energy to go for that. Beautiful Aries. Okay, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Pisces, you guys are having the new moon in Taurus in your third house. Now, the third house is a lot of different things. It's communication and mindset. It's emails and writing and conversations and local networking. It's also your devices. It's also your transportation. And it is siblings, cousins, aunts, and uncles. So you could have a new beginning in any of those areas. Some of you might buy a new car. Some of you might get a new phone. Some of you may change your local environment. Some of you may change where you work out or where you go to yoga or where you shop for groceries. Some of you you could win the lottery. Now, I know that's eighth house a lot of times, but if you go to your local market and the person standing in front of you buys a lottery ticket and you go, oh, I think I'm going to do that too. Well, then you just had a third house moment where somebody in your local environment inspired you and you went for it and you reaped the rewards from it. Your message from Spirit, Pisces, your message from Spirit is that you are in the flow. When I tuned into you, I felt that. I felt a flow. I felt like you guys are feeling, some of you may feel differently. Some of you could feel stuck, but I felt like a lot of you just feel like I'm in the flow now. I saw an image of flowers growing. I saw like you sitting in a meadow of wildflowers and just being peaceful and serene. And it just felt like there was an ease. And there is a sextile happening between this new moon and your energy in Pisces is the sextile, which is a new opportunity or a new solution to a problem that you've been having, a conundrum or an inner conflict. That is on offer for those of you who have planets or points near this 28-degree point in Taurus. You could also increase your wealth or some other aspect of your well-being, your physical well-being, your material foundation through a sibling or a cousin or an uncle or an aunt. So for some of you, that could be getting a windfall of money or getting surprise money, unexpected money through somebody close to you like that. Okay, so Pisces, I'm shuffling the cards now. Somebody said they would like it if I show you all that I'm shuffling the cards. So I'm doing my best to do that. And now I'm going to pull a card for you. Pisces. And your card is flexibility. You're going through a portal. This is the portal card in this deck. This is walking through the portal. This is walking into the light. This is a brand new adventure. This is new horizons. Third house also rules short travels, like long weekends, day trips. It rules short distance travel. So I feel that some of you are going to be doing some of that. It's going to be very pleasurable. It's going to be joyful. It's going to feel very like you are giving yourself maybe what you haven't given yourself in a little while, Pisces. And then there's a beautiful tiger here who's acting as your totem animal, acting as your guide, acting as the fierce protector inside of you to show you the way. You're not alone. It's safe to walk through the portal. It's safe to step out. It's safe to envision your life brand new again, beautiful Pisces, a whole new life, a whole new adventure, a whole new way of being. And for some of you, that may mean you're thinking about moving, because third house, immediate environment, you may be thinking about moving to a new place, a new location, a new neighborhood. Third house is neighbors as well. It's also landlords. So some of you could be getting new neighbors, new landlords, new people around you, a new tribe, a new local tribe, a new network. Happy Taurus new moon, beautiful Pisces. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarians. Aquarians, you guys are having this new moon in Taurus in your fourth house of home, family, and childhood conditioning. So a new moon in the fourth house is often where we are looking at a past pattern and we're releasing it. We see the light comes on, we do some reflection, we see what we want to change. So you also may be making a change in your home or your family. Somebody could be moving out, somebody could be moving in. You could be having a deep conversation with one of your parents or a sibling and realizing some things through that. This is a very healing new moon. You could be really planting a beautiful garden. You could be planting seeds for food or for flowers, whatever is beautiful for you. Some of you might be planting new trees. This is definitely a time that you might want to beautify your home, no question. And some of you might be doing some remodeling or looking at a move, planning a move, planting seeds for a move, making a plan to move into a bigger home or a smaller home. Some of you might downsize because you decide that's more practical and you really want to shift up your life. Remember, this new moon in the fourth house is right across from your 10th house of career. And that 10th house is also about life purpose and how we want to live the most fulfilled life, how we want to spend our precious life. So you could be getting some ideas about a career shift as well, because whenever we have a new moon on that fourth, 10th house axis, we can be thinking about the other area of life as well. So your message from Spirit, beautiful Aquarius, I have to get closer to see my writing. Your message from Spirit is that some of you may be kind of stubborn right now. I know that sounds weird, but Taurian energy can be stubborn. It can be stuck in its ways. It's a fixed sign. And you guys are also a fixed sign. And this new moon makes a square to your energy, and squares can feel like tightness. And often when we feel kind of tight or we feel pressure, we feel tension, it's because we are being stubborn. We've dug in our heels. We only see things one way. Uranus and Taurus, as I spoke about in the intro to this video, wants us to change it up, wants us to see things differently. We're really being invited to look at how we can think outside the box. What can we innovate? So this is an innovative new moon. And Spirit is saying, if you are being stubborn or rigid about anything, and usually the people around us will let us know, right? This is happening in your fourth house of family. So probably a family member will let you know if you're being stubborn or if you're not thinking more expansively. And Spirit is saying, when you do kind of let go of that grip on something, when you do start to think about something in a new way, then you will free yourself. It'll be really liberating for you. You might even surprise yourself at how much lighter it feels, Aquarius. Okay, so now I'm shuffling the cards for you. Beautiful Aquarius. Beautiful Aquarius, I haven't sung to you guys in a while. The energy's felt so heavy. Oh my gosh, like I want to cry now and I don't even know why, you guys. I just all of a sudden I think it's because my soul wanted to sing. And when I gave myself that permission, it really hit a note. Throat chakra, that is Taurian energy too. It's throat chakra. So when I gave myself permission to sing to you, it made my soul really happy and it's making me teary. That is so wild. Okay, so now I shuffled the cards and now I'm going to pull a card for you, Aquarians. Thank you all for giving me permission to be me. Not that I wouldn't anyway. Okay, so Aquarius, voyage. This card is very deep and profound because this whale, and whales have such medicine for us, right? Whales have such beautiful medicine for us in terms of following our hearts and being, you know, these are like age-old mammals, right? They are so deep and wise. And so this card, I feel like, is number one, acknowledging that in you, acknowledging your depth and your wisdom, but also there's a baby tethered to the mama or papa whale here. There's a baby tethered. So you have an inner child. And this is fourth house childhood conditioning. You have where this new moon is for you, Aquarians. You have an inner child that may need your tethering right now, that may need your focus, your attention, your TLC. If that is so, give it that TLC. Give yourself what you absolutely need. Swim in the waters. Let yourself go to the very depths, metaphorically speaking, and float and just be. Give yourself the nourishment that you need, and your inner child will thank you for it. You'll feel it in your energy. Your energy will soften and relax, and your manifestations will come that much more easily. Beautiful Aquarius, leave me a comment. Let me know if that resonates for you. Okay, Capricorns. Hello, beautiful Capricorns. You guys are having this new moon in Taurus in your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of fun, play, true love and romance, creativity, creative expression, children. It's the artsy house. It's where we go have fun, where we play, where we lighten up. It's also the house of the inner child for that very reason, because it's your inner child just doing what he or she wants. Finger painting or dancing, or you know how kids, they just sing when they want to sing. They can be anywhere and they'll do a little twirl and they'll do a little sing, or they'll song, or they'll bring their jump rope. I know I used to do that when I was a little girl. I would want to bring, when I was learning to jump rope, I would want to bring it to the grocery store with my mom so I could jump rope down the aisles. That's the fifth house, where we give ourselves full permission to express our true selves. So beautiful Capricorn, you're having this new moon here, which says, do you want to create something new? Do you want to, is it time to give yourself permission to be more playful? What does a solid, sustainable foundation look like for you, Capricorn? You may be looking right now at making a move. You may be looking at changing the way you express yourself. Some of you may be starting a new creative project. Some of you may be thinking about writing something. Some of you may be thinking about doing a one-woman or a one-man show, creating a new piece of music, making videos, making a movie. It could be so many different things. Some of you could be having a new child, a new grandchild. Some of you could get pregnant during this new moon. Oh my gosh, Taurus energy, so fertile, and in the fifth house on top of it. Take precautions if you don't want to get pregnant. And some of you could just be thinking about having a new family, adding on to your family. So that could, of course, could be through adoption as well. Your message from Spirit, Capricorn, was one word: pleasure. Pleasure. What comes to mind when I say that word? Whatever that is what your soul most wants right now. Let loose, have fun. When Spirit gave me that message, what I thought of was Ms. Frizzle, the Magic School Bus, if you ever watched that. The Magic School Bus, Ms. Frizzle, she was the wild and wacky school bus driver, and she used to say, make mistakes, get messy. Basically, throw the caution to the wind. Don't try to do it perfectly. Have fun. Get your paints out. Paint the walls whatever color you want. Go for it. Be yourself. Get a little wild even. A little wild might be really great for you, Capricorn. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm shuffling the cards. And I'm going to pull a card for you guys. Capricorn. And your card is transformation. Wow, it's fifth house transformation. Some of you are going to fall in love. Some of you are going to meet somebody, and with this out of sign trine that we're having with Pluto, which I spoke about in the beginning of the video, if you didn't watch that, I encourage you to go back. We are having an out of sign trine with Pluto, and some of you are going to have a fated encounter, a fated romance with somebody. Will it last? We will find out. But in the process of this, or of you freeing yourself for more full creative expression, Capricorn, or in something that has to do with children, you are going to transform. You're going to become the butterfly. You're going to come out of that chrysalis. You're going to drink from the nectar of the flowers, and you are going to feel that sublime bliss that we can feel when we are really claiming our birthright to have a luscious life as spiritual beings in physical bodies on this human adventure. Okay, Sagittarius, beautiful Sagittarius. You guys are having this new moon in Taurus in your 6th house. Your 6th house is your daily work. It's the way you earn a living or what you do on a day-to-day basis. It's also your schedules in general. It's your routine. It's everything daily, whatever that is for you. Your exercise, your nutrition, what you tend to eat. Do you eat the same things every day? Do you change it up? Are you into making green juices or smoothies or fast food? Whatever it is for you, a new moon in Taurus says, are you being as healthy as you can be? How do you want to feel in your body? How do you want to feel in your energy levels? What changes do you want to make? How do you imagine your most healthy, vibrant, because this is about vibrancy and vitality, life, including your daily work? Do you want to change your work? Do you want to get a new job? Some of you will get new jobs. Some of you will get raises because we've got Jupiter here in Taurus. You've got all these planets in your work house. So some of you are going to make changes in these areas, and some of you are going to make changes in the realm of work. One thing when I tuned into your energy, I got the sense that a lot of you are probably working really hard. It may feel heavy. And so if that is the case, Sag, if you feel a heaviness, give yourself time to play. I was just talking the sign before you, Capricorns, about the 5th house transit for them and how it's all about pleasure and play. Make sure that you guys too infuse pleasure and play into this time, because you could be really focused right now on your schedules, your structures, and what you have to do, your responsibilities. It could feel like a lot of responsibility. So, but you know, on the upside, changing your sleep habits, like if some of you haven't been getting good sleep, which I wouldn't be surprised about with the solar eclipse, with the lunar eclipse, actually both eclipses had Uranus aspects, but especially the Scorpio lunar eclipse, it was opposing Uranus, and that can really affect our sleep. So whatever you can do to regulate your nervous system, to kind of bring balance back to your nervous system and get better sleep and better health will be really good during this time. I have to recommend breath work for regulating the nervous system. I've been doing that myself. And I can't say my sleep has been perfect, but on the nights that I do that breath work, it definitely helps quite a bit. Okay, so Sagittarius, you guys love freedom, you love play, you love self-expression, you love the lifelong learning and expansion of the spiritual seeking realm. So all of that is up for visioning for you during this time. So I shuffled the cards, I'm shuffling them again, and now I'm going to pull a card for you. Okay, Sag, your card is trust. Trust the process. There's a crescent moon here. Around the time of the crescent moon, you may get a new opportunity or a new idea or a new insight that will really increase your wealth or abundance. It will increase the sense that you are living a delicious life. If you have any fears, worries, anxiety, it may be because you're not fully grounded. So do a grounding practice. Keep your feet connected to the ground. I love to just give myself a little foot massage at night before I go to bed. That really, it's amazing how just like rubbing your own feet for like 2 or 3 minutes can actually really help you sleep better. So anything like that will help you to feel more grounded and anchored, allow you to download that. Well, really to anchor yourself to not only to Mother Earth, Gaia, but also anchor yourself to the spiritual realm so you feel connected, and that in itself will help you to gain more trust. And if life is completely uncertain right now, I get it, Sag, most of our lives are. We're in a huge time of uncertainty. So this is a huge message to let you know that trusting the process will really help you get through this time. You're not alone. Okay, Scorpios. Hello, beautiful Scorpios. You're having this new moon in Taurus in your 7th house of committed partnerships. It's clients, it's spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, adult children, anyone. This could even be your connection to your parents. If you have an unspoken agreement to them, they have your back, you have their back. It's any very important committed bonds that we have in our lives, best friends and so forth. Scorpio, Taurus makes a square to your energy. That can make you feel tense, pressured. You can feel like you're kind of stuck in a tight place during this new moon. The way out of that, and this is your message from Spirit, is through divine connection. Is to connect with the divine however you do that, whether it's time spent in nature, whether it's journaling. I have an automatic writing practice that I teach you. How can you commune with your soul? I teach you that in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. That is linked in my banner as well as in the description box below. You might want to check that out. But this is a beautiful time for soulmate relationships of any kind, family soulmate relationships, romantic, passionate soulmate relationships, best friend soulmate relationships, even coworker soulmate relationships. I'm thinking of a coworker right now that I worked with for some time and how she continues to be what I would call like a sister, a soul sister. So it can be in any realm that you meet these people, but having a new moon in your 7th house is really a boost of positive energy in the realm of those bonds that are so important to us, intimate bonds, and where we have commitments, spoken or unspoken. So some of you could be taking a relationship to the next level of commitment. Others of you could be meeting somebody that feels like, this is someone I want to spend my life with. Wouldn't that be amazing if you're single? Others of you could just be getting, really reflecting on your relationships right now, just really reflecting and deciding how you want to move forward in your partnerships. What is your ideal client? What is your ideal lover? What is your ideal spouse? Your ideal companion? You could be doing some of that reflection right now. So yeah, with Jupiter here too, this is like a really beautiful place to expand those important relationships. So I've been shuffling the cards for you. I'll shuffle one more time, and now I'm going to pull a card for you guys, Scorpios. Scorpio, beautiful Scorpio. This is a luscious place to have a new moon in Taurus. Standstill. Are you at a standstill, or have you been at a standstill? I feel like this is saying, well, there's the reflection for sure. There's the reflection happening during this new moon. But I also feel like this is saying, for those of you who have felt at a standstill, and for some of you that may be for some time now, when we've had Uranus and Taurus, we've had so much energy in this axis. We've had the South Node in Scorpio. So it's been a lot of you having to let go, you having to release your past, any patterns that haven't served you. It's a lot of letting go for you. And then we just had the lunar eclipse in your sign. Oh my goodness. So that could have very much felt like a standstill for you. But if you have been doing that releasing work, if you've been doing some purging, if you have felt like there's a lot going on for you emotionally, that standstill is going to shift during this new moon. It's going to shift, and you're going to see yourself for the truth of who you really are. And that's going to awaken you to a whole new you, a whole new identity. And you're going to fly like the phoenix from the ashes, beautiful Scorpio. Woo! That is exciting. So happy new moon in Taurus. Okay, Libras, beautiful Libras. You guys are having this new moon in Taurus in your 8th house. Now, the 8th house is a very transformational house. It is death and rebirth. It is a lot of things that we don't generally talk about. It's the things we kind of keep private, like our sexuality, our deep intimacy with others. It's a very private house, but it's also a relationship house. It's a money house and a relationship house because it rules our shared resources with other people. Time, energy, money, love, affection. It rules all of that we share, give and take with other people. And often that brings up codependencies, right? And so during that Scorpio lunar eclipse, a lot of us got an aha moment about a codependent pattern that we had to release, where we were giving too much, perhaps, whether we were settling, where there was not balance, back and forth. And I know that's so important to you, Libras, that balance, that harmony, that give and take. You guys are the scales. You're very aware of where it doesn't feel fair, where it doesn't feel balanced, where there isn't justice happening. So this transit of this new moon in your 8th house is saying, How can you create balance right now in your life? This is a time where you're going to see if there's a truth for you to see. You'll probably see it if you do a little bit of reflection. You'll see what needs to be balanced, and that's going to be the source of your vision. That's going to be the source of your vision. So you could be visioning a new relationship. You could be visioning a new business partner. You could be visioning your wealth. You could be receiving more wealth. Now, this is a time when we seed. This is not as much generally as like manifestations and fruitions happening yet. That happens at the full moon. But this may be where you are seeding, you're getting inspired, you're deciding which seeds you want to plant in your garden. And when I tuned into you, I felt a real abundance for you guys. I really felt like you guys were in a good place. Now, I know this is general reading, that can't be for everyone, but I did feel a sense of you knowing what you want, you being very clear on what you want. And what is my other note here for you? And that money is coming in from other people, because this is the house of money from others, or you're getting inspired, you're getting downloads about where you could receive that money from other people. Okay, so Libras, now I'm shuffling the cards and I'm going to pull a card for you guys. What do the cards have to say for Libras? Your card is simplicity. Simplicity. When we're having an 8th house new moon, we just want to clear the clutter, mental, physical, emotional. We want to clear it out of the way. We just want to feel light as a feather. We just want to feel like things are simple, because there can be a lot going on under the surface for us psychologically. It's a transformational house. So I love this feather just falling. I think of feathers from heaven. I think of connections to your ancestors, to your passed on loved ones. I think of you giving yourself moments in nature and just watching the clouds and just feeling like you are a spiritual being, giving yourself moments of that, perhaps in guided meditation. And I have several guided meditations on my channel. I will link to those in the description box below, that will help you connect to your inner guidance, your spiritual guidance, and help you to feel that connection with the divine. I also have a free guided meditation that you can receive by just going to my website, signing up for my weekly astrology inspirational updates, and then get an instant download of that really lovely free guided meditation that will allow you to really connect to your own divine sweetness and lightness. Beautiful Libra. Happy new moon in Taurus. Okay, Virgos. Hello, beautiful Virgos. You're having this new moon in Taurus in your 9th house of expansion. Expansion, beautiful Virgo. You are expanding your spiritual beliefs, your seeking ability. You may be getting new divine downloads during this time. You maybe have a whole new viewpoint on life. Something could really shift for you in that arena. This is also the house of higher learning. You could sign up for a course or a PhD or a master's degree. You could go back to school. You could get a certification in one of the healing arts. You could have a whole new belief in yourself. Jupiter's here too, saying believe in yourself. You could really feel this, because this house, the 9th house, is ruled by Jupiter. And then you're having a new moon in this house that is connected to Jupiter. So you could really feel a spiritual awakening even. Some of you could have a spiritual awakening during this transit. Some of you could publish a book or publish a blog or publish something new, videos, or put a movie out or a new piece of music. Some of you could decide to do some foreign travel. You could set up a trip. Maybe you're doing some foreign travel this summer, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of you could decide that you want to leave a religion or some sort of spiritual community that feels too tight to you, that feels oppressive in some way. When I tuned into your energy, I actually felt a real expansiveness. I feel like a lot of you are already going to be feeling this. There's a sense of freedom. There's a sense of you are coming into your own, Virgo. I really feel that. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, she's a Virgo sun, and I'm seeing the shift in her as well. Just a sense of, I'm making some changes and I feel different and it feels really good. And I feel this is because even if you're not aware of it, you're closer to your soul than you've been before, Virgo. I feel like you have, even if you haven't done this consciously, there's a connection to your soul that is deepening, and that's really beautiful. So I also got the sense of you putting your roots deeper into the earth. So you might want to do a visualization where you see yourself as a tree and you're sending your roots down deep, 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 deep into the center of the earth, and you're pulling that earth energy up through your roots. That's something I do with my coaching clients regularly, and it really can make a difference. So I've been shuffling the cards. I'm going to continue to shuffle the cards. One turned over as I was doing it, and that's your card, and that is Wonders, wonders. And I love this card because there's this crystal here, and the crystal comes from Mother Earth, and Taurus is earth energy. And I feel like this card is saying, you are a crystal, you are the light, you are magnificence. You came from this sparkling crystalline place. There's a part of you that is pure like this crystal. Your spirit of pure love, beautiful Virgo. And this is so earthy too for your earth. And I should say that this new moon in Taurus trines your sign, trines their positive energy flow, their ease, their grace. It's the wind at your back. It's like the tailwind that gets your flight in early. So for some of you, you're going to arrive earlier to a goal than you thought you would. You're going to feel more bliss. Some of you may take a spiritual retreat. Some of you may go do a yoga retreat or a spa retreat, or even just like a day spa thing, where you give yourself that nourishment that you need and you come out of it feeling replenished and purified and more like yourself. But also, big picture, this card is saying you are a wonder of the universe. There's nobody like you, Virgo. There's nobody that can replace you. You have a beautiful healing spirit. Acknowledge the fact that life can be full of wonders and that you yourself are a blessing to the planet. Okay, Leos, beautiful Leos. You guys are having this transit. You guys are having this new moon in Taurus in your 10th house. Your 10th house of career, life purpose, meaning, fulfillment, how you want to spend your one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver put it. This is also retirement for some of you. Now, Leo, you're probably aware that Taurus squares your energy, which means you could feel some pressure here. You could feel some pressure around career. This is a new moon. This is asking you to reflect on your career, or how you want to spend your time, or whether you're ready to retire, or whether you can be financially independent and do whatever the heck you want in your life. We should have a new way of saying that. Whatever the bliss you want in your life, you get to decide, okay? So I want to encourage you to claim your power, to take your power back. If you feel a tightness, to tune into whatever your fears are. Why do I feel pressured? Why do I feel tight? You're not behind. There is no rush. You can do this in your own timing. But maybe there's a part of you that feels like you have to answer to another authority. Maybe you want to leave your job. A long, long time ago, I coached a client who really wanted to leave her law firm. She was an attorney, is an attorney, and she really wanted to leave the firm and have her own practice because she was a mom and she wanted to work out of her home. But because there were so many people that depended on her in that law firm, she had the hardest time. Almost a year it took for her to decide. And that's okay. Like, we all have our own divine timing. But we did a lot of fear dumps, what I call fear dumps in my coaching process, which is helping you to acknowledge your fears, dump your fears, and then tune into what your heart wants. What does your spirit say? And let your spirit guide you. So, Leos, you could have an epiphany or receive some intuitive guidance as you reflect on this area of your life purpose, etc. Some of you may have new career blessings come in, but overall, I feel like you're creating a new vision in this area of career and life purpose, one that will really be fulfilling to you. And a lot of you will be looking at your finances as you do this, and you'll be looking at, what is my vocation? I know what my work is, but what do I want for a vocation? Vocation is very different, right? Vocation is soul inspired. It's what your soul came here to do. And if you are really contemplating that and you feel a little lost in that, get my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling, because something is calling to us whenever we feel stuck. Something is always calling to us. And I have a lot of great exercises, meditations, and tools in there for you. Plus, I share a lot of my own intimate personal stories on, what I went through when I was in that soul searching time myself. So that might really be helpful to you. It's linked in the banner above my channel and also in the description box below. So now I'm pulling the card. And your message from Spirit is it's time to rise to the occasion. What comes to you when I say rise to the occasion? It's time to rise to the occasion of anything that feels challenging or scary or too much out of your comfort zone. That's what you're being called to do. Okay, Leos. Your card is taking risks. Oh my God, how perfect is that aligned with rise to the occasion, right? I love it when that happens. That is so cool. It's time to take a risk. It is. You know, your soul are these beautiful, this reminds me of Moab, Utah, with all the red rocks, you know, or Sedona. Your soul are those red rocks. Your soul's not going anywhere. Your soul is anchored and tethered to the earth. So you can really be safe. It's safe to take a risk. It's safe to take a risk and go out of your comfort zone and do what your heart is most calling you to do, beautiful Leo. And if you need support in that, my foot is asleep, Leo. If you need support in that, I would love to support you through an astrology consultation or through coaching. I just want you to know that both of those are ways that I can really tune into you, tell you what your chart looks like. That would be a chart reading, and really help you validate what you want and help you to see what's best for you going forward. Always your choice, but I would love to support you. Okay, Cancers. Hello, beautiful Cancers. I have my moon in Cancer and my rising in Cancer. So this new moon in Taurus is making a sextile to your energy. Sextiles are positive energy flow. They're new opportunities. They're a solution to a former problem. So this is really good news, Cancers. And the 11th house is new friendships. It's new communities. With this new beginning, you're having a new beginning in this area. You could be starting a new social media platform. You could be having more success in social media. You could be rebranding yourself. You could be starting a cause, like a group that's supporting a specific cause or getting involved in a cause. You're really looking at your life saying, how can I make what my heart wants most viable financially? Because this is also the house of hopes, wishes, and dreams and long-term gains. More money could be coming in from something that you've worked on for some time as well, Cancer. But overall, you're expanding your community. You're feeling more supported. You're feeling more anchored because you're getting more support from your community, from your best friends, and you could have new best friends coming in because this is where Uranus is. And a lot of us who've had Uranus here in our 11th house, we've had big changes in friendships. So I want you to know if you feel in that void is going to be filled with Jupiter here in this house. And if you haven't seen my Jupiter video, my Jupiter and Taurus video, definitely watch that, because I expand on that a little bit more, what you can expect with Jupiter here. But this is definitely expansions in the areas of tribe. Yes, 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 beautiful Cancer. Your message from Spirit. When I tuned into you, I felt an emotional release. I felt like some of you were still a little teary, but it was good. It was just like a cleansing. It was like you didn't really know necessarily what you were crying about, and that was fine. It was just more like a cleansing is what it felt like, a release, letting go of some old expired stuff. And that could have been from the Scorpio lunar eclipse. Also a real focus on home, This isn't your house of home, but we do have Venus and Mars in your sign right now, Cancer. And so that really focuses us on home and family a lot of times and what we need to feel comfortable in our homes. So as I'm talking with you, I'm shuffling the cards. And I'm going to pull a card for you now, Cancers. Cancers. And your card is Truth. Truth. So during this time, this could have happened during during the Scorpio lunar eclipse or the solar eclipse, since I said that first, you could have gotten a truth. Something could have come to light for you, a pattern, a relationship, a situation that was no longer working for you, is no longer working for you, perhaps. And that truth is one that's going to anchor you, root you more deeply into the soil of your life, beautiful Cancer. You're going to feel more tethered here on earth than you've ever felt before. And when we're tethered, as you know, to the earth, that's when we feel a sense of belonging, and that's when we feel like we can really do the things that we want. We can express ourselves fully, authentically, and truthfully in our joy, and fewer fears, less anxiety, less tension comes up when we feel tethered and anchored. So expect a new truth to come to you, or one has already come to you, and it's moving you forward on your beautiful new vision, your new vision for wishes, hopes, dreams. This could be a great time to do a vision board, beautiful Cancer. A lot of abundance is coming for you in this realm. And some of you could decide to teach now. Some of you could decide to teach or lead a group during this time too. You could have your own group coming together, solidifying, start a Facebook group, something like that during this time as well. So happy new moon in Taurus, beautiful Cancer. Okay, Geminis, beautiful Geminis. You guys are having this transit in your 12th house, and my sun, my natal sun, SUN, is also in Gemini. So Gemini family, you're having this transit in your 12th house. Your 12th house, this new moon in Taurus in your 12th house, which is retreat. It's where we rejuvenate. It's where we commune with our inner mystic. It's where we really strengthen our divine connection, and where we can feel a real expansion in those ethereal realms. It can feel very luscious. So you might want to lead yourself on a luscious guided meditation. That could be so healing for you. I also have guided meditations on my YouTube channel, and I will link to that playlist for you. And you can also get a free guided meditation instant download from me by going to my website and downloading that on my homepage. And then you'll get my inspirational astrology updates in your inbox each week as well. So your inner mystic is coming out to play, beautiful Gemini, and showing you what you need to lead a luscious life. I feel that what's coming to me right now is that some of you have not been giving yourself enough play, enough nurturing, enough time in nature, enough time to commune with your spiritual self, your higher self. And this is going to open up some space for you to do that. So if you feel like you want to be in your home more, if you want to feel like you want to be more quiet, more time to journal, some of you are going to expand your psychic power during this time. Give that to yourself. Give yourself that gift. That would be completely divinely guided and very natural during this time, because whatever downloads and inspirations you get while you're giving yourself this downtime, and also I think are what are going to help you create that new vision for your material life. But not only that, I feel that doing that work, so to speak, that inner play, let's call it, is going to help you in the realm of deserving and worthiness. It's going to increase your sense of what you deserve on a subconscious level, because 12th house is also the subconscious mind. So you may rewire some subconscious beliefs around wealth, money, deserving, worthiness during this time as well, that can really help you to upgrade your material life also, Gemini. So shuffling the cards. And your card is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Blessings, beautiful Gemini, blessings. What do you think of this? Leave me a comment. There's so much yellow here, which reminds me of Gemini energy, because it is our connection to, well, it's two things. It's our solar plexus energy. It's the sunlight. It's the fire lit in the belly. But it's also claircognizance, which so many Geminis are. So many Geminis, you just know things without knowing why you know them. It connects you to that strong inner knowing, and I always see that as like a yellow color. There's water flowing, the flowers are blooming. This is a card of springtime. This is a card of you coming out anew into a brand new self. It's a card of you really flourishing, blossoming. Beautiful Gemini, what a gorgeous, gorgeous card. You are receiving blessings. You're going to receive inner blessings. You're going to receive outer blessings. The inner epiphanies you get are going to turn into more wealth on an outer level for you as well. I feel so much abundance. This really is an abundance card. So what a great card to get. So happy new moon in Taurus. Beautiful Gemini. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonates for you. Okay, my beautiful friends, thank you so much for your support of my channel. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends. I love communing with you so much. I want to give you guys a big kiss, mwah, and a hug. And thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares of this video. I love it when you comment. I love connecting with you, and your comments really help my channel grow. And a huge thank you for your subscribes. When you subscribe to my channel, the algorithm puts this video out to more people. It really helps my channel grow. Tap the notification bell so you get notified before I upload my next video and you don't miss a video. Now, for those of you who would like a personal astrology consultation, for those of you who would like to know, how has eclipse season influenced your life? What was going on for you during eclipse season? Would you like to have that validated if eclipse season was particularly rough for you? Now that we're in the Taurus new moon, now that we're in a brand new energy, we're in the energy of creating a new material life for ourselves on a whole new level. I can share with you what transits are going on for you during this Taurus new moon time. For every astrology reading, whether you choose a life purpose consultation, a natal chart consultation, or a heart's desire consultation, regardless of which one you choose, I look for you at the current transits, how you can work with them for your own empowerment. We look at the future transits from now until the end of 2023, including the eclipses that are in October of 2023, and how you can best work with those energies and how are they interacting with your natal planets and points as well. So if you would like an astrology consultation with me, I have so much fun meeting you guys on Zoom. It is so delightful for me. I love helping to empower you. Just go to my website, click on my astrology page. The links are below in the description box, and you'll be able to choose your time zone, pick a time, and book a reading with me directly on my website. And for those of you who would like some coaching support, I offer one-off coaching sessions called Clarity Sessions, as well as deep dive soul alchemy coaching. So for that, you want to go to my coaching page, also linked below in the description box, and you can book that directly online with me as well. And as promised, I have a free gift for you, and that free gift is a guided meditation. It is a beautiful guided meditation to connect you to your divine soul's essence, to your spiritual guides, to your own inner knowing. It's called Reconnecting with Your Spirit. And to get that, all you have to do is go to my website homepage, subscribe to my weekly inspirational updates, totally free, and you'll get a free instant download of my soothing guided meditation. And until my next video, my friend, I'm sending you all my love.